Hi, Tech Coach Gina here, and today I'm going to explain what a list is. In the email marketing world, a list is simply a collection of names and email addresses of people who might be interested in your business's products or services and freebies. A lot of times it's not enough these days to just put a form on your website and ask people to sign up for your newsletter, because a lot of times they will expect something like a free gift, a free guide, a checklist, a free e-course in exchange for putting in their name and email address on to a form on your website or perhaps an external landing page. And the company that I like the most for building a list for free, if you're just starting out, is ConvertKit. The reason why I like it is because you can basically sign up for free and you can have up to 300 subscribers in the free account. And then when your list gets bigger, you may want to upgrade to monthly or yearly. And the pricing is a little bit less if you do yearly. However, there's really nothing wrong with month to month if you have a tight budget. Now, even though this is only 300 subscribers, I like this because they don't count duplicates, meaning if somebody signs up for a free ebook from you and then separately they sign up for a free e-course, they're not counted twice. And MailChimp counts duplicates. Birdsend, which is what I pay for, does not count duplicates either. And it's slightly cheaper than ConvertKit, so it's the one that I use, but I actually have both accounts. Okay, so I'm going to log in and show you why I like ConvertKit the most out of the free accounts available for building a list. And it's really because of the landing pages. Basically, any email marketing system will have forms, broadcasts, tagging and segmentation. Sometimes they'll have you have the ability to sell digital products, but I use WooCommerce for that on my website. Community support, that's good too. A lot of times direct support is not included with a free account. The bigger the list, the more you pay. So duplicates do count after a while. So let's go to login. I have a free account and I have my business email. Let's just go to login. You don't have to have a business email in order to sign up for a ConvertKit account. All right, so this has a dashboard, and there are some limitations to the free level of ConvertKit, but I think that it's pretty easy to use, and a lot of things don't necessarily stand out because any email marketing system can do them. But I actually like this because you've got some very nice forms or landing pages where you can create a place where people can sign up for something from you, and then you can publish it with ConvertKit's link. So even with a free account, you can start building your list. You don't have to have a website, so that's really nice. So newsletter, as I said, isn't really that enticing anymore these days. This is an example of a Facebook challenge. I haven't run this yet, but maybe I might in the future. So I've created this already. If we edit it, you can see that I can easily click in and change things. So I can delete things. You know, maybe I want a different picture up here. You can usually have just the email address, but I do like to add a field for the first name, and I like to make that required. So this is the call to action button. You can customize what it says if you want. And sometimes you can remove the branding if you have a premium account, but you can see, like, if you don't have blue in your branding, you can decide to have really any other color. So you can click on here and you can, this is the hex code, so that's just a HTML code that you can use on your website if you know the exact color you want to use, or you can just eyeball it. Click around here until you find something else. I like to have white text on dark background so that it's easy. General styles, you can actually change this. So you can change the page, or you could start a new one. You can change the background image. Custom CSS, that's kind of an advanced, so if you're not a coder, you don't really have to deal with that. You got a lot of free fonts that you can choose from. I usually like to just use whatever's in the template. So, and I don't know if it's really that easy to change the type of the form or landing page once you've started it, so sometimes it's easier just to start a new one if you don't like this template and you get into editing. So when you preview it, you can see this is how it looks, and you can exit the preview. You'll have reports once you actually start collecting data, and then you have settings. So with the free level, you can redirect to an external page. So after somebody signs up with their name and email, then you can take them to a page. And if you don't have a website, you could perhaps make a public document on Google Drive and link that here. So it doesn't have to be a website that you take people to after they opt in. So domain name, you can customize this if you want. I usually don't. And this link is basically not a branded link, but it's live. And so I don't really complain too much if they give you a free landing page. The page URL, you can customize if you want. So incentive, they sometimes call this a double opt-in in this industry. And so you can read more about this here in the documentation. And like I said, there's a lot of rules per country on the double opt-in. Some countries are a little bit more strict about data collection than others. So you'll just kind of want to read through the guidelines and follow what works for your country. And let's go to advanced. After somebody who has already subscribed wants to subscribe again, you can choose what action. So you could show maybe, oh, here it is again, or you could just continue showing the form. Usually I keep showing the form. You can send the subscriber to a thank you page if you want. And you can put on reCAPTCHA. So this is really, it sometimes discourages people from opting into your list and can slow down your list building. But if you have trouble with spam bots attacking your form and putting in fake emails, which is an issue these days, you might want to turn this on. SEO, you can come up with a little bit of a description. So sometimes it's good to fill this out, especially if you don't have a website. You can put an image that comes up when people search for this in Google. And analytics, I don't normally do a lot with this, but you could if you wanted to. So let's save those. I'll show you what happens when we publish. So when you publish this, ConvertKit gives you a link. And you can either put this on a website by embedding the page. You could put it in WordPress. If you have Wix, you could put it in Wix. So I'm just opening this up in the browser, and this is live. And so, and I don't really know, I guess I didn't save the changes. I think this is probably too too big, and I think this is kind of pixelated. So before I would actually share this with people, I would probably clean it up just a little bit. But as you can see, it's very easy to edit, and you have a few decisions to make. So you'll have to decide whether you want that double opt-in on or not, because sometimes your list building will be much slower if you're required to have it on, but you might have a higher quality list. So it's just something to think about. Let me see, maybe I will choose an image here. You can store a little bit of information. Gosh, and that's really big. So maybe you can edit the image. And so I don't want that one. You can actually crop things outside and then insert them. So that's just kind of an example. But I'm going to, for now, save this. It doesn't necessarily have to be completely perfect when you start list building. This is my demo account, so I kind of just use it to play around. So I encourage you, if you don't have a list, to think about it, because sometimes if you're only doing marketing in Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, if there's anything that changes in the laws or the policies, then you are restricted by that. So it sometimes helps to have your own list so that you can still follow up with your audience. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss the next video. And let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like to see. Have a great day.